Welcome back everyone to another Battle for Humanity Day 0 build along. Today we have Marco Bott. He is a 7 hand size, 23 health character from the survey... Actually, he doesn't serve anybody. He's not Survey Corps, he's not Garrison, he's no one. So I have no idea who this guy is. But then again, that's nothing new. 723 is pretty low, especially considering some of the other characters we've seen, although 723 is pretty high for a 7-hander, but given the fact that our 6-handers have 30 plus health, that's kind of spooky. He's Air and Death, similar to Levi from yesterday. Hi, Sam. And he has 2 enhances, the first of which is, bye, Sam, sacrifice 1 foundation. Your attack gets +2 speed and +1 damage. That's pretty cool. Turning your foundations, usually committed foundations, into 2 speed and 1 damage, that's a good rate. And then enhance commit, if you have sacrificed 2 or more foundations this turn, destroy 1 rival foundation. Now, Ruin, the new mechanic introduced in Attack on Titan Battle for Humanity, says your rival sacrifices X foundations, X equals the Ruin number, up to if you only have a certain number. So, technically, if your rival forces you to Ruin 2, you can commit Marco and selectively target and destroy one of their best foundations. So this isn't just an offensive ability that would cause you to give up your stats. So I think we want to build this dude off the death symbol. Pardon that. So let's go for death, attuned death, and attuned air, and let's see what our attack lineup looks like. We have Ascend to Battle. I don't think we're going to be worried about that. I think we're going to be focused more on the air death package, if I'm entirely honest. Because air can clear a lot of cards, but I don't know what really we want to do in terms of air attacks. Spend 1 momentum, clear this card from your card pool after it resolves. I don't think so. Protecting the recruits, race to the rescue. After this attack deals damage, clear it. That could be good because we can make it a 7 mid 5 on a 4 diff. If you have 3 or more attacks in your card pool, pick up an attack with 3 or less difficulty 3. I don't know. I don't know about that. This attack deals damage, ready 2 foundations with difficulty 1 or less. So we can make this a 7 low for 4. And face down foundations have a difficulty of 0. So we could use this to ready 2 face downs if it deals damage. Something to look at, because I have a way to redo our all of our sacrifices. Lose up to 2 health, we don't want to do that. Ruin 2, flip a rival foundation, no. Mill 3, this attack is 1 for each weapon, remove 3 foundations. Could be big, I don't like that though. Here's a weapon, mill 3, add up to 1 weapon attack and 1 weapon foundation milled this way to your hand. Is our first attack a weapon? It is a fury. So I don't know if we're going to be doing too much of that. Sacrifice foundation, if you do, increase the rating by 2. No. Your rival discards a card, sacrifices a foundation. I do like Ravages of War, because if we play it, we can make it a 10 high 9, and force our rival to sacrifice a foundation and discard a card. But if we block with it, and we've been sacrificing a bunch, we can force our rival to discard a card. So I do like that. Risky Encounter is cool, because not only can we sacrifice 3 foundations to pick it up, but we can also say if our rival has more foundations than us, we get a bunch of damage. We sacrifice a whole hell of a lot, so this could be a good stunner, which is another reason short work is pretty good, even if I wouldn't run those as like a really big number. I wouldn't run more than 1 of each, maybe 2. Spend up to 5 momentum. Your rival loses 1 health for each momentum spent this way. As much as I really love this card and this thought, I have not found a character I want to play it in yet. Lose 4 stamina, ruin 1. Not really liking that. No. Draw 3 cards is fine, but not on a 2 check. Rival spends a momentum. Clearing the way. Rival spends momentum if that deals damage. Alright. So now let's look into other cards, shall we? Destroy 1 foundation. If you have 2 other attacks in your card pool, look at your rival's hand and remove a card from it. We can make that a 6 mid 6. I don't think so. Flip a card in our card pool. This attack gets X speed. X equals that card's printed difficulty. Not bad. And we can spend 1 momentum to destroy 1 rival foundation. If this attack deals damage, our rival discards a card, and our rival may sacrifice 1 foundation to cancel this ability. Next, ranged or slam attack gets 2 speed. We don't have any ranged or slam attacks, so probably not great. If this attack is completely blocked, your rival loses 2 health. Destroy a rival asset. This attack gets +1 damage for each card that has been destroyed this turn, so sacrificing is destroying. So this could be a very powerful attack for us. If this attack's blocked, draw a card. Destroy a rival foundation, they could lose 3 health. We can sacrifice a foundation to build the top card of our deck face down. I don't know if that would really help us much. Sacrifice a ready foundation, double this attack's damage, no. Discard a card, each player adds a card from their hand to their card pool, or your rival adds a card from their hand to their card pool face up, each player draws a card. Probably not. Left card pools this turn, instant shining flash. Since we're going to be sacrificing a lot, lowering the difficulty of our attacks seems pretty good. If this attack is blocked, build the top card of your deck face down committed. We would like that because we want to be able to sacrifice committed foundations. So if we could build foundations in committed, that could be a really strong way to keep things up. Jawjammer. No. All that's milling, destroying our rivals' things, adding cards to their card pool. I think we might be good with the attacks that we have. Because I don't think any of these are gonna help us build more cards in. Yeah, none of these are really going to help us build extra cards in. So let's take a look. We have 7 different attacks. So vertical maneuvering could be cool because we can ready face down foundations after it deals damage, which can really help our strings. Ravages of War is good as like a 2 diff or 2 of. Risking Encounters a 2 of. Short Work maybe a 1 of. 3 Luna Ring. 3 Instant Shining Flash, 3 Aura Slam. What does that put us at? 17. This is the first time we've done this and had less than 20 attacks. So let's do that. And that puts us at 20. 20 is pretty good. So now let's look at our assets. I can already think of 1 asset in mind. So since we are not any of the named factions, none of the faction things would probably be very good. We do have reloadable swords, which we can just get straight damage, if need be. Golden Death is good for removing cards from our rival's hand. Knott's Flask is good for protecting ourselves. Suited Up can give damage once per enhanced step if it's ready, so we can turn all of our sacrificing into +2/+2. That could be very useful. We're definitely doing Grenadier Bracers. This is a card a must-of, because if we've sacrificed a foundation, we get +1 damage, and at the end of our string, our last attack is going to get huge for all the foundations that we've destroyed or sacrificed. and probably 2 suit up, just to have some fun with it. Now let's go to actions. What have we got here? Strategic maneuver, no. Death, no. Nape strike. Combined firepower, we don't have a lot of, don't have any removal, so that's probably not useful to us. Spear and a shield is a breaker. We can lose 2 health after we block with this card. Our rival commits a foundation. Add this card to our momentum during the end phase. As a first enhance, in our momentum we can remove it. This attack gets +1 damage for each foundation that's left either stage this turn. So it's breaker, it's defense on committal, or it's committal on defense, and it can give a big boost to a late string attack. That might be worth it. I do need go for the win though, because we can sacrifice a foundation. If our rival has more foundations than us, we build the top 2 cards of our deck. This is huge. Maybe a spear and a shield just for funsies. We might cut it later though. So, whoops, wrong. Click. Go to foundations. Review this. 28. So now let's look at our foundations. Our attack with speed 6 or greater gets 2 damage. Now all of our attacks can get +2 speed. So aside from 2 of them, we can give all but 2 of them 2 damage with this. That's pretty neat. Discard an attack. No. If this is a first attack, get 4 damage. I'm not thinking it. Getting it out. No. Gene. No. Marco's potential. Flip after one of our foundations is destroyed. Clear 1 card from our card pool. Then if it was destroyed by a rival effect, draw 1 card. So this can make our cards easier to play, which is really nice. So let's put 3 of those. After we block an attack, it deals no damage. We like not taking damage as a 7-hander. Attack with printed difficulty 4 or less gets 2 speed. It's 3... 7. That's only 7. No, we don't need that. Spend a momentum for 2 damage. No. We don't want to sacrifice that way. Commit for -3 speed is good, but I think with death we have the Titan, the Bearded Titan card. Remove after our unblocked attack deals damage. Our rival loses 3 health, maybe? But we don't want to remove if we're already sacrificing a bunch. After we play a card with a difficulty 8 or greater, draw a card. That's nice because we do play 2 8s. It is a 6 check, so maybe just as a 2 of. If we've sacrificed a foundation, get +1 damage. We like that. We're not really playing the weapons. Beard Titan for -3. After this card enters your discard pile, absolutely. Get +2, -2 damage. And we can seal rival foundations the same way. After this card is destroyed, flip a rival foundation. Sacrificing is destroying. So, on second thought, we might not need the seal if we have the flip. Lethality of Levi Ackerman. Once per turn, your attack gets 1 speed. We can use this because we are air and death. So we can once per turn seal a foundation and get speed. Do we have any uses for momentum in our attacks? We do not. So we could very well use Vengeful Intent. Spend a momentum, our rival loses 2 health. Just as a fun one of. Just to try to burn our rival down a little bit. Because who doesn't love giving your rival just a really rough go of it? Monster 0, no. We're sacrificing for speed already. Great thing about this also is we, as a character, keep ourselves out of deadlock. So we don't have to worry about any of that. After this, it's, if a foundation's been destroyed, this enhanced at -3 speed. If you have destroyed a foundation, your rival destroys a foundation. That's okay. Not great. Misbehaving, no. Confronting the MLA is good for getting rid of momentum. So we like Enormous Axe because we can build after it's sacrificed. So it has to be sacrificed face up though. So we sacrifice it while it's face up and we build the top card of our deck face down. Weapons Clash is really strong because it can flip to build in a card that we can sacrifice freely. So that's really strong too. Immortal Shapeshifter can help us keep our health up. Checking 5s after we sacrifice our cards. Unsettling Aura is very strong speed hate. Keiko's Aid's always good. Syndicate Target's good because it's a 6 check. Always Cool can help build us more face downs. So that's always fun. After this card is destroyed, draw a card, and we can commit for 2 damage. So that's pretty fun. I think that might be it. I think that's going to be it for our... Yeah. So that's a lot of cards. 77. We're pretty even, but we have a lot of low blocks. Not block, block zone. What can we do here? Probably trim and always cool. The Marco Bott. Marco's potential. Probably don't need that as much. Disrupting Plans is fun. Smiling Death is fun. Selling Aura. Probably cut the Axe to 2. Puts us at 74. What else can we do here? We don't necessarily need the Shield and Spear. We don't want to be spending health if we're such a low health character already. Subdue target, always cool. Lethality of Levi Ackerman. No, this is all good. Cut that to a 2 of maybe. Let's cut the Vengeful Intent. We don't need to take momentum, because if we have nothing that uses momentum, then we don't need to take momentum. There's no rule in the game saying you have to take momentum. So if we have no reason to spend it, we have no reason to take it. 44. That puts us at 71. Which is pretty good. That's a pretty low, pretty nice low-ish rate. We have quite a bit of draw. We got a bit of draw. We have some attack recursion with risky encounters and short work. Yeah. I like this deck. I think this is a good way to look at the beginnings of Marco Bott and what he's about. Obviously, sacrificing your own foundations and keeping yourself in a low foundation zone is really risky, but I think with the amount of damage you can stack up and the amount of stats that you can stagger out through a string, it could be very well worth it. So if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And if you want to help support the channel even further, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description below, where I post all of my videos a day early, and I post other videos that I don't post to YouTube, more extra content for you guys. So until next time, take care, guys.